Hello, One Ballet Dancers. This is going to be your ballet bar work for the weeks 3 and 4. So you will work on these sets of exercises for both weeks. Again, ideally you work on these Tuesdays and Thursdays for the amount of time that you would kind of be in class. Our bar naturally takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Your bar is a little bit shorter just because you're still learning some of the material, but please make sure you practice this at least twice a week. You can do more if you want to, but twice a week is what's going to help you build up that technique. So I'm going to give you a new plie for this week because I think you've got that other set of plies down. This is getting closer to what your final version is, which after week 4 I will give you the final version, which is the same way that the level 2s are doing their plies as well. So we're going to start in your first position. We're actually going to turn sideways to the bar now, making sure you've done the pre-warm-up before this. My left hand's going to go on the bar. I'm going to start by presenting my arm through first position 5-6, open up on 7-8. On my first demi-plie, I'm going to reach my fingertips to the side. 1-2, bring it on down towards my thigh. 3-4, through first 5-6. Up 7-8. This is new. You're going to grand plie. Grand plie means large bend. So I want to keep the same relationship of my neutral pelvis. So don't allow that tailbone to go back. As you grand plie, you're really using your quad muscles and the foot and ankle control to slow down the plie as you go down. Ideally, your heels stay down for as long as they can. Now, based on the flexibility in your calf muscles, will determine how long they can stay down. They might have to come up sooner, or they might stay down longer. But ideally, they stay down. They come off when they have to. My arm makes that full circle around. I go down, not all the way. I don't want to sit at the bottom. I push my heels through first, and I open back out to second position. Again, up without dipping my body forward. So again, heels come off when they have to. They go down to push you back up. I talk about what I call the diamond shape. So you'll notice that you'll make a diamond shape here as you go down. Now my knees won't allow me to do this anymore, but some dancers go down and squish the diamond at the bottom. Please don't do that. Leave a little bit of space there. So after your 2 demi-plies, your grand plie. Woo, nice and slow. That takes down 1, 2, 3, 4, back up 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, you're gonna rotate parallel. This is different than most ballet instructors do this. I find this warms up my spine a little bit more. I'm going to roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if at any point you feel a stretch in your hamstrings, bend those knees. If you can, do a little stretch out. Looks like a yoga pose here. So I'm lengthening through the back of my spine. Remember, I have really flexible hamstrings, so I would leave mine straight, but you may have to bend. Then I'm going to roll it back up, and I'm going to turn it back out to first position, really finding my external rotation. I'm going to rise up. I'm going to let go of the bar. Balance in first for 8 counts and 4 counts, then we're going to come down. Then I'm going to tendu out to second position. I'm going to repeat the same thing. Demi-plie, 2, 3, 4, through first, 6, 7, 8. Now, grand plie in second is different. It's the only position you keep your heels down the entire time. So I like a little wider second position, just so that I can really find that nice deep plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice again, I did not dip forward. Also notice too that I did not lift my heels. So you want to take that time, and the bottom of my bottom does not go past my knees. So as deep as I'm going to go is there. Try not to get too far down into this kind of squatted position. So you don't get back up. So make sure you don't go too far. From here, your stretch is going to reach out to the side, up and over. You're going to laterally flex your spine over towards the bar. So make sure you've got a long side here. Make sure your hips haven't moved. So you don't want to push the right hip out. I actually keep my hips in place. And then I'm going to carve it through the center only. Roll up through the center. So that's going to look like this. Up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to hold 1, 2, curve around 3, 4, or something like that. You can hold longer if you want to. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to elevate balance. Let go of that bar for an 8 and a 4. Then we're going to come down. We're going to tendu to third to fifth position. So either in your instep or at the joint of your big toe. And I do the same thing as first position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in grand plie, make sure back knee especially actually follows the toes of the back leg. Lots of people like to push their weight forward. So this one's a little bit harder for me with my knee injury. So I go down as far as I can without sitting at the bottom, and then I press through and bring it back up. Same idea. Heels come off when they have to. Push them down to bring you up. From there, our stretch is going to come down. It's going to reach up over our head, and we're going to lift and go into what's called a cambrai derriere. Cambrai means arched, and I don't want it to go to my low back. I want to lift out of my low back, then cambrai back or arc back. So try not to sink down into those hips and then push back. You should feel like your back is getting taller, you're getting taller before you arc back. And only go back as far as you can that you feel comfortable. Use your abs to bring you back up. Then you're going to plié, you're going to releve. Cross the right foot in front of the left. This is called sous-sus. Sous-sus means over under. You're going to bring those arms to high fifth, slightly in front of your head. After a few moments of balancing, I'd like you to challenge yourself to close your eyes and work on your proprioception. It means your sense of self. So when you close your eyes, it should be the same as when you keep your eyes open. That's all you're doing, is cutting off that sight sense. But what we don't do is we don't feel what our bodies are doing. So our body has a moment of panic. And so you might feel it in a different place. I usually feel it in my ankles. So I'm going to attempt closing my eyes. They get wobbly. I'm going to try to hold that for as long as I can. Then I'll open, I'll turn towards the bar, bringing my left foot in front, tendu back to first, to repeat the whole thing on the second side. So this little crossover here again, plié, rise, you're going to cross to sous-sus. Sous-sus again means over under. I have my right leg in front. As I turn around, I cheat that left leg in front. So we'll have to release a little bit to go to the sous-sus on the other side before you come down and tendu back to first to repeat it. So that little turn right there is what's known as a soutenu. It's a partial soutenu, so it's not a full soutenu. Soutenu means sustained. And hopefully we'll get to some soutenus later on in the quarter if we have some space to turn. So we're going to do all of that. You do both sides through with some music. Now this will get longer in the next couple of weeks after we get through this. When you match up with what the level 2s are doing, we add a fourth position in there as well. So, and the cambrai is different for fifth position, but we'll get to that later on. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, et we plié. And stretch through first. Open second. Grand plié goes down. 2, 3, 4. Bring it back up. 6, 7. A rotate to parallel. Start at the top of the head. Roll it down. Bend those knees when you need to. Little peek out to come back. I'm going to plié. Roll bring